Listen closely. This is not just another motivational spiel. This is a call to arms for anyone who's ever wondered if the grind was worth it, if the pain meant progress, or if the world would ever notice the blood, sweat, and soul you've poured into your journey. Let me tell you a secret. My real work begins when the world turns away. When the applause fades, when the audience checks out, when no one's watching, that's when I put in the work that sets me apart. There's an invisible judge following me, a relentless, incorruptible scorekeeper embedded in my conscience. It's always there whispering, "Now is when your truth is revealed. Show me who you are when no one's keeping score but you." See, the world measures success in trophies and headlines, but the true champion knows that the only one qualified to judge the effort, the only real witness to the depth left in your tank, is you. You alone know whether you left shards of your spirit on the battlefield or if you coasted, saving just a little for the comfort of mediocrity. And if you feel pain on the climb, congratulations, you're alive. Every path, whether it's growth, plateau, or decline, stings. Some people treat pain like a warning sign, a problem to be solved or escaped. But what if pain is simply the pulse that proves you're in the game? What if pain is the price of admission to a life worth living? You can't fill every hour with action. No one can. But let me tell you, the one who loves the journey walks farther than the one obsessed with the destination. If you find joy in the pursuit itself, you will outlast and outperform every tourist who's just trying to snap a picture from the summit. I work, not because I must, but because I want to. I labor deeper now than I did when my pockets were empty, and my dreams felt more like fantasies than blueprints. Why? Because I have tasted the ecstasy of true effort. Most will scoff, "That's not healthy," but define healthy. Is it keeping your spirit caged, or is it spending every day digging for the limits of your potential? I am not chained to a desk. I am running free, in relentless pursuit. For me, the chase is its own reward. I don't work so that one day I can finally rest. I work because the very act is what animates me. Each day I empty my tank, because if I leave anything behind, it becomes a poison, gnawing at me with regret. The only cure is to give everything I have, every day. Let me tell you a story. Once I slept on a gym floor, a blanket my only shield against the cold concrete. My clients saw it, saw me the underdog. They cheered. They rooted for the scrappy dreamer. "Go for it," they said. But then months later, when the tide turned, when I hired staff, managed the gym, and walked in wearing the scent of achievement, their cheers soured. "Oh, look who's arrived. Too good for us now." They rooted for me, sure, right up until I surpassed their expectations. That was the day I learned. Most people want to see you succeed, just not more than they have. They want you to win, but not to outgrow the box they put you in. The moment you break out, expect the knives to come out too. The sign you're on the right road isn't applause. It's resistance, skepticism, sometimes even hate. Wear that as your badge. It's proof you're moving beyond the ordinary. Here's another truth. Every overnight success is a decade in disguise. You only see the summit, the headlines, the handshake, the payout. No one sees the years of failure, the endless nights, the stumbles, and the silence. So when you fear that everyone will notice your failures, remember, they barely notice your victories. Their attention is fleeting. Only yours endures. The hardest part of self-mastery, of business, of creation, is the monotony of hard work. It isn't complicated. It's just relentless, focused, unending. The difference between mediocrity and greatness is not talent, but the willingness to keep going when the world is quiet, to pay attention to details others ignore, to persist when motivation is a distant memory. You want to know what separates the average from the exceptional. It's not the volume of effort you think is hard, but the level of sacrifice required to reach the outcomes you claim you want. You don't realize it until you become great at one thing, and then you see how few things you can ever master in a single lifetime. Excellence isn't scattered, it's a laser beam. Choose your 2 or 3 obsessions. Expect them to take years, 5, 7, maybe more. That's the price and the reward. I am a beacon for relentless work. My job is to figure out what matters, then throw myself at it with everything I have. Each morning, only one voice matters, the one inside, demanding that I rise and meet the challenge. Over time, I've learned that we rarely need new lessons. We need reminders. We need to act on what we already know, not find new excuses to delay. How many hours have you spent preparing to work, rather than just jumping in? That half hour of getting ready, lost. The best brain power of your day, wasted on rituals that don't move the needle. The work gets easier as soon as you start, as soon as you tug on the thread and let momentum carry you. Most people work hard on the wrong things in the wrong way. It's not just about time, it's about output. Output is volume times leverage. How many reps multiplied by the value of each? You ask, should I work hard or work smart? The answer is both. Do more reps, but do them better each time. Skills are the ultimate leverage, and the only way to get them is through repetition. Open to goal. Don't clock watch. Don't stop at noon if you haven't hit your target. Stay until the mission is done, however long it takes. That's how the best train, how the best win. That's how you become one of the few. And through it all, when the world is silent, I push harder. There's no audience, no spotlight, just me and my shadow, testing my limits. With each challenge survived, I learn I can take more. I can dig deeper. Suffering becomes a badge, not a burden. The goal is not to endure pain for some distant prize. The goal is to become the person forged by that process, the one who looks in the mirror and knows, I gave everything. I am becoming who I'm meant to be. Think of your life as a race car, a machine built for velocity. In the beginning, you speed down the straightaway, engine screaming, pushing your limits. As you grow, the road twists, turns, and climbs. There are no guardrails, only risk, and the knowledge that you are the only judge of how hard you pushed. The world sees your victory, but only you know the true price. Don't be fooled by the delay between behavior and breakthrough. The bigger your dream, the longer you'll toil in obscurity, behaving like a winner before anyone sees you win. Most quit not because the work is too hard, but because the feedback is too slow. They forget that the greatest goals, like the tallest mountains, require not just effort but patience. Pain will be your companion, growth, stagnation, or decline. All of it hurts. But pain is oxygen for the soul, proof you're trying, proof you're alive. At first, you'll want to quit when you hurt. But later, you'll realize you can act whether you feel good or not. Champions turn anxiety into excitement. They step onto the stage heart pounding, not because they're afraid, but because they're ready. If nerves plague you, you haven't practiced enough. Confidence comes not from wishing, but from surviving the repetition until it's second nature, until you're bored by the thing that once terrified you. The true mark of a future winner is the ability to act day after day, even when nothing happens. The path is slow until suddenly it's not. The snowball grows, then it explodes. Most people expect instant fireworks, but greatness is born in the long, silent slog. The journey of personal growth is about befriending uncertainty, about learning to clap for yourself when the auditorium is empty. You will feel lonely. When you're building something from nothing, when your vision is new, when you don't fit in with the old crowd but haven't earned your place with the new, you will walk alone. The world will throw stones. They'll call you controlling, obsessive, impossible, because your effort challenges their comfort. They want you to step back, to shrink, so their choices feel safe. Don't yield. Don't bend back into the molds you've outgrown. If you do, you'll trade your future for their approval. Remember, the best way to guarantee an average life is to do what everyone else is doing. If you want more, you must become an exception. Embrace the discomfort, the criticism, the awkward conversations. This is the lonely chapter, and every hero passes through it. In those trenches, you gain the scars and skills that become weapons for future battles. Don't curse the darkness. Gather the arrows. You'll need them for the dragons yet to come. My mission: to extract every drop of potential from my being. If you feel a gnawing sense of unused power inside, that is not punishment. That is your soul demanding more. Use it, or it will use you up from within. Here's a frame that's carried me through every hardship, every setback, every day when quitting seemed easier. Those are the scenes in the story I'll one day tell. The tougher the trial, the greater the legend. The bigger the dragon, the more glorious the victory. Don't define yourself by what happened to you. Define yourself by what you made happen. The truth is, the montage of persistence, the sequence that takes 90 seconds in a movie, takes years in real life. It's not information or inspiration that's hard to find. It's the will to stick with it, day after day. Consistency is the rarest trait and the most valuable. Many crave exceptional results, but they fear standing alone. They want the prize without the price. But you can't follow the herd and expect to find a path the herd has never walked. You're new. Identity is built from the proof you collect. Every risk, every rejection, every attempt is evidence for the person you are becoming. Each shot you take, each failure you survive is a zero-loss game. The only way to lose is never to begin. Your first idea, your first business, your first project, they probably won't work. But keep going. Each failure shapes you for the one that does. The single most important skill is simply not quitting. The infinite game is to keep playing. If your only objective is to stay in the game, you cannot lose. Even the richest man in the world is a fleeting title. No one holds it forever. The process, the play, is the prize. In the beginning, it's like launching a rocket. You're weighed down by gravity, doubt, criticism, loneliness. Every inch of progress is hard-won, every night a struggle. But keep pushing, keep burning fuel, keep enduring. Eventually, you break through. And then and only then will the world say, "Must be nice." If only they could see the miles you walked in darkness, the wounds you hid, the sacrifices no one applauded. When they envy your mountaintop, they cannot comprehend the valleys you crossed. They will never see the hours spent working in silence, the nights you wondered if it would ever be enough. But you will. And in those quiet moments when the world isn't watching, when only the voice inside remains, that is when you forge greatness. So let them sleep while you grind. Let them doubt while you believe. Let them laugh while you build. And when the curtain finally rises and you stand triumphant, remember, the real victory was not the applause, but the warrior you became when no one was watching. Your story is being written in the dark. Keep writing. One day, the world will read it in the light.